morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is an extremely exciting day. I got to have a little bit more energy than just that weak good morning. This is an amazing opportunity for Winton City Schools. So we're going to try that one more time. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I would not rather be in any other place, even the beach. I prefer to be here today than in Punta Cana on the beach. Because this is an exciting opportunity for who we love and who we serve. And that's our kids and our families. Winton City Schools has an amazing opportunity this morning. We're about to break ground on two unbelievable PBL, project-based learning facilities. It's going to be state-of-the-art, first of its kind in the state of Ohio. And Winton Woods High School is the first to do that. You clap for that. So I'm extremely excited. I am extremely humbled to be the principal of Winton Woods High School. So we're going to get this party started the right way. We're going to get it started with our young lady who is our senior class president, Ms. Lillian Smith. She'll come up and she'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now I'd like to welcome the Forest Park Mayor, Chuck Johnson.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to you all. Greetings from the city of Forest Park. I would like to first recognize two of our council members who are here, Councilwoman Ness and Councilwoman Moore. And I would also like to recognize our staff, our city manager, police chief, fire chief, and I see several of our other firefighters and policemen here. And they're here for the same reason that I'm here, to join you in this celebration. You know, education is the bottom line when it comes to any kinds of achievements that we have throughout life. As parents, grandparents, uncles, nieces, grandmothers, grandfathers, whoever, the best thing that we can do for our young people is to help them by giving them a direction. That direction is learning. Now, while physical buildings does not guarantee success in learning, they sure as heck go a long way when they look good, when the kids can go there and feel safe, feel comfortable, feel happy, and have a sense of pride in their school. That's what we have starting here today with this groundbreaking. We're starting a process that says to our kids, we care about you. We care about where you're going. We care about you today. We care about you tomorrow. And we care about you 25 years from now when you come back to this great, beautiful building and look at it and say, I was there when it started. Because that's what we are. We're at the beginning. Now, this is not the beginning of the process that got us to today, but it's the beginning of the rest of that process that's going to lead us into the future. And I want to thank all of you who had any part or played any role in making this possible. Because without you, we wouldn't be here getting ready to step on these shovels. And by the way, I don't know how this is going to work. Hopefully it's not too wet. Doesn't look to be too hard this time. We're going to do it. But again, give yourselves a pat on the back. And when you see this structure starting and finishing and in the process of, it's going to be necessary to have some patience. You know, in the city's partnership with the school district, we know that there are going to be some times when you're coming down this street or coming down the street over there that you're going to get frustrated because there are going to be some backups, there are going to be some delays, and you might want to give somebody the finger or say something under your breath that you're not going to say. But when that happens, keep in mind what the end product is. And that end product is going to be a beautiful, beautiful building here that's going to inspire our kids to do better, work harder, and to grow educationally. Thank you very much. Enjoy the program.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right. Mr. Martin warmed you up, so you should be used to this by now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jessica Miranda. I am your Board of Education President for the wonderful Destination District, the Winton Woods City School District here in the Village of Green Hills, City of Forest Park, in Springfield Township, and then, of course, a little tiny piece of the City of Wyoming. We can never forget that, right, Jeff? So thank you so very much for being here today. Are you all ready to make history? We worked so very hard to get this levy passed, and here we are now standing with you together, ready to break ground, ready to build these new state-of-the-art facilities where we are teaching project and problem-based learning from pre-K through 12th grade, one of the only school districts to do that in the entire nation. So let's get a round of applause for that. Thank you. We would not be able to be here today or to do what we're getting ready to embark on, this wonderful journey, if it wasn't for each and every single one of you in the audience. So our entire community, our students, our staff, our taxpayers, and everyone in between who helped pass this levy, who helped get to where we are today, and who put on this amazing ceremony for us to mark history here in our community. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the team Skanska-Megan for partnering with us. Thank you to SHP Building Design. Thank you to the OFCC, and thank you to our entire communities across our entire school district. Are you ready to break this ground? Let's do this. I know I'm not the last speaker, but I think I've warmed us up well, right? All right, let's get it started. Who's up next? Mr. Smith, our incomparable superintendent, Anthony G. Smith, leading our innovation here in our school district. So thank you so much for being here this morning. I am so proud of this turnout, and without further ado.
So the mayor came up and he mentioned that there'll be some trying times as you pass back and forth, and he talked about not giving people the finger. So I'd like for you guys to try something when you're having those hard times. Let's give a thumbs up. That's the thing we want to use, all right? So I'd like for everybody to just take a moment and thank the person to your left and right. Thank them 2 times, though, because there are 2 moments. So let's do that. Thank the person to your left and right. Yes. All right. All right, so you have to figure out, why are you thanking them twice? You're thanking them, number 1, for being here. And you're thanking them, number 2, for supporting this incredible opportunity for all of our students at Winton Woods City Schools. I asked Mrs. Denny when we were preparing for this moment, I wanted to find out, are we really warriors or are we pretenders? And so I asked her to do something, to check the meteorologist, to check the forecast, and I said, I want you to make this the coldest day in October to see if people really showed up. So you guys are really warriors. We appreciate you. And for our incredible band who just had a great moment, this band, I'm going to tell you, had a moment where we played Elder. Oh, by the way, we won. And so they wanted to, they sent me some information. They wanted to put a statue of me in the pit. I said, no, I'm not interested in that because I'm a warrior. But the band played and performed in rainy conditions at Elder in the pit. And if you've ever been to the pit, that's a very interesting place to play and even to win. And they finished the game and they arrived probably back to their homes at 11:30. They were up the next morning at 5:30 a.m. to travel to Frankfort, Kentucky to participate in a homecoming celebration. So thank you, band. You are wonderful. We love you. So we go to the next challenge, and I talked to two great directors. One director of bands, Miss Ashbrook, and one director of choirs, Mr. Watley. And I said, I'd like to have my favorite song, the alma mater, but I don't want the band playing it alone. I don't want the choir singing it alone. This is a combined effort. I want them singing it collectively together. So Mr. Watley told me, he says, we can do that. That's no problem. And what I want you guys to remember is when these buildings come up, and I think the mayor echoed it very, very well, this is not just about a building. This is about building a community of learners that's going to be here for many, many years to come. So there's going to be some great photo opportunities, and what we're going to do, if you've ever been to a building dedication, when the buildings come, there will be a time capsule, and in that time capsule will be some very, very important information and documents. There'll be pictures of all of you, and maybe 25 years from now, we'll come back. I'll be here, by the way. And I don't know if you guys will be. I'll be here. And 25 years from now, we'll open the time capsule, and we'll get a chance to see what this community started and what it built. And I'm going to tell you, the rest of the community around here will be absolutely exciting. So thank you for being part of the celebration. Thank you for your love of the district. But remember, this is only part one of part two. Part one is the buildings. Part 2 happens November 6th. November 6th, issue 5. There's a very, very important date, a very, very important meeting where we need you to come out and be very supportive of the substitute levy. The substitute levy creates the rest of this process. How many of you have ever started a project and when you finished the project you were excited? All right. How many of you never started a project? Okay. So this is step 1. The operating substitute levy is step 2. So we have to make sure that we blend these two things together to finish this incredible project. And go Warriors, and thank you very, very much for your support. I'm going to bring this guy up, and he's going to tell you something, and this is not an exaggeration. He has been to 122 meetings. 122 meetings. All right, and I can tell you, his wife, who is our community engagement coordinator, you know how they spend their time? Because he's been at 122 meetings, they spend their time here at Winton Woods City Schools because they never see each other at home. So, Steve Denny.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for those kind words. And good morning to everybody here. We've got dignitaries here. We appreciate state and local officials being here. Good morning to our board, our administrative team, our design team, our core team. We've got business partners here and staff and students, and we could not be here, as has been said, without you. So this is truly an exciting day. And by the way, I want to recognize Ryan Meets too. Ryan, thanks for being here. Ryan is our OFCC project manager, and we wouldn't be here without him either, so thank you, Ryan. So this is actually a day that is 15 years in the making. How many of you were aware of that? Yeah, many of you. And those 122 meetings, those are just design meetings, and that's just since last October, 2017. So many of you have been in many of those meetings, and so I thank you for that as well. This is not an individual effort. This is an absolute team effort. And we couldn't do it without a great team, which we do have. So I would like to, again, take this opportunity. I think I'd be remiss if I did not say thank you for, and this is to our citizens, our community members, and our voters. We would not be here had you not passed the bond in November 2016. So thank you for that. Thank you for the opportunity. And on behalf of our students, families, staff, community members, thank you so much for that. The building we are commemorating today is, as near as we can determine through our research and lots of site visits, a one-of-a-kind facility. We believe that is true in the state, and we are starting to believe it's actually true in the country. It is an environment that is intended to be a state-of-the-art learning environment as well as a community hub. And in point of fact, it needs to be innovative and it needs to be flexible because it is intended to serve the children and families and community for the next half century. We live in exponential times now. The world is changing rapidly and information is growing at a seemingly unbounded rate. What kind of facility do you design and then build when it will serve students that need to be prepared for careers that do not yet exist? We believe it's this one. It is estimated that over the next 20 years, 40% of the careers our students will be preparing to enter don't actually exist yet. They don't exist now. So what kind of facility for learning do you design and build when the amount of information and knowledge in the world now is doubling every 2.5 years? It's a staggering statistic. And actually digital information, including social media, doubles every 3 hours. We believe it's this kind of building. The world our students are growing up is indeed a different one than the world in which us older, more seasoned folks grew up in. It is far more interconnected, it's far more complex, and it's far more unexpected. The school building our children need in which to learn and grow must also be different, and we believe this building is different. Employers now demand employees who can think critically, solve complex problems, create and innovate in the workplace, and share ideas collaboratively. This building will be able to support and cultivate and empower those kinds of 21st century skills. And this is not just for our students, but also for our staff. It will help us engage and educate our students differently. Many of you know our district is committed to reimagining the ways in which we learn and teach. And this school facility will reinforce those efforts dramatically. I'd like to take a minute or so, and I will wrap up here briefly, but just to share with you some of the design features of the building, because it is actually a unique facility. The school has suites of varied learning spaces to right-size educational modes. It has classrooms, or studios as we call them, of various types and sizes organized in each learning community, each small community within the building, that can act as a collection of learning spaces to empower teamwork and collaboration. This is a truly different dynamic. It has dining areas distributed around the building that can double as learning areas and add greater flexibility for our teaching staff and students, instead of just a large single cafeteria that remains dormant for a large portion of the day. It has small learning communities to make a large building. The building that will sit here will be 245,000 square feet. That's bigger than all 4 of our K-6 buildings put together. But it takes this very large building and makes it feel small and comfortable and relatable. It's outfitted with state-of-the-art technology such as building-wide wireless capability, maker spaces, project labs, video and audio production support spaces, and even Genius Bar-style technology help desks. There are co-working spaces for teams of teachers as well, so that they too can collaborate differently. The building is equipped with a wide variety of improved security and safety features. The building also empowers the arts. As you know, this is a fine arts district, as well as trying to be triple threat. We want to be an academic threat, academics, athletics, and arts. But we believe in education of the whole child and wrapping around a child with a full-scale auditorium, a scene shop for theater, multiple music venues, rehearsal spaces, and ample art resources with a wide array of artistic media can add a lot to what a child can take away from their education. Finally, this facility is tracking to be LEED Gold, and it's Gold certified for energy efficiency, which translates to less spending on utilities and greater savings for our community and our taxpayers. To date, again, as Mr. Smith mentioned, we've had 122 collaborative design meetings that have been held with a wide array of stakeholders. And this is since October of last year. Our students also played an integral role in this school. They helped with the visioning process dating back to 2012, and they helped with the visioning process now and even the design process. So a big thank you to our students. They are our #1 client and our most precious resource. We're proud to celebrate with you today. This is the beginning of something special, and we believe it will serve our students, our families, our business partners, our community members for the next half century. Thanks for being here today. And now it's my pleasure to introduce members of our core team, our design team. I'll begin with Mr. Evans Nwankwo with Skanska Construction, one of the members of our core team.
Good morning. Good morning. It is a great day to be in the Warrior family, isn't it? Yes. So I'm talking to you as someone that has a business within the district. And I know that a project like this brings a lot of ripple positive effect all across our community. Matter of fact, this project will definitely be the rising tide that lifts everything up for the positive. I believe that the academic environment makes a big difference in the actual performance of our students, don't you? Yes. So we spend time as builders building so many different schools for a lot of communities in and around you, and it feels so good to actually be building one for our community. On behalf of Megan Construction Company, and of course our partner, and SHP, I'd like to thank the Superintendent, Mr. Smith. I'd like to thank the board, OSFC, Ryan, in letting us be a part of this journey. A journey that promises to bring the first-class education and academic environment to Winton Woods. We are in this together, aren't we? Yes. So let's conclude together. Please repeat after me. Yes. Better schools. Better schools. Come to those. Come to those. Who pass the levy. Who pass the levy. Thank you very much.
Would someone else follow Evans? Oh, man. Well, good morning, everybody. It's great to see you all this morning. Today we celebrate yet another milestone in a long, long list of milestones. And when we gather again in a few short months, several short months, we will be celebrating more than just the ribbon cutting and the final milestone, but we will be celebrating the realized hopes of this community. The hope to build a community center that will serve all of Winton Woods. The hope to create a beacon for project-based learning and student engagement across the world. And finally, and most importantly, the hope to ensure that all of our kids are equipped to achieve their dreams. Those hopes are ours as well. To all of you, thank you for letting us be a part of it. Congratulations on this great day.
Good morning. I'm Brad Moats with Moats Engineering, and I'm glad I didn't have to follow Evans as well. Hey, our firm is a small woman-owned business, and we're performing the commissioning on this project, and we are super excited to be here as a small part of this very, very exclusive team. My mom was a school teacher, and she always taught me that, you know, education is something you can never take away. And so it's just a wonderful thing that you're doing here in this community. We're honored to be a part of it, and we thank you for including our firm in the process. So we wish you the best with this project, and we're happy to be a part of it.
So I'll be brief. I found out that I'd have an opportunity to speak when somebody handed me this card, and it said Skanska USA representative. So I'm Chris Hopper with Skanska USA Building. We're joint ventured with Megan Construction, the construction manager. Apparently our biggest challenge on this job is to prevent people from flipping each other the bird, so we'll manage it that well. Well, I do want to thank the OFCC. I want to thank the board. I want to thank the district. This opportunity again to work with SHP and Moats, and our purpose at Skanska is building what matters, and I can't think of anything more important or anything that matters more than building structures that will educate the children in the future. So we appreciate this opportunity. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody here. Thanks.
Can we please have Marvin Bennett come to the microphone, please?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you to our community stakeholders, business partners, staff, and community for taking the time out of your schedules to celebrate such a historical event for Winton Woods City Schools. We are excited about our new campuses and how it will support our students as they become future ready. At this time, we will be taking a series of photographs of the groundbreaking event. Following the first 3 photo opportunities, we will be heading to the K-6 campus site at 147 Farragut Road and hope you will join us. Parking is limited at the site, therefore we have made 2 school buses available to transport guests to the next groundbreaking ceremony. At the conclusion of the next ceremony, the buses will return here to the high school. Thank you again for supporting Winton Woods City Schools, and as always, go Warriors!